Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us for Local Law Live. I am Tammy Self. I'm a paralegal one with Lone Star Legal Aid, the Longview branch office. This afternoon, I am joined by Miss Amy Hollins, who is the program director for Hardisons here in Longview. And today we're going to be talking about Journey to Success with Hardisons and their job readiness program, which helps equip women to be self-sufficient and support their families. This presentation is intended to serve as legal information and does not replace legal advice. You can contact Lone Star Legal Aid at 1-800-733-8394 or go to www.lonestarlegal.org for more information on legal assistance. Lone Star Legal Aid does not discriminate on the basis of race, color, religion, gender, gender expression, sexual orientation, age, national origin, ancestry, disability, marital status, or military status in any of its activities or operations. Good afternoon, Ms. Hollins, and thank you for being with me today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Tell me a little bit about Hardisons for those who aren't familiar with what Hardisons is and what y'all do with your organization.
Absolutely. We are a nonprofit job readiness program. We are located in North Longview at 3501 Gilmer Road. We're kind of catty corner from the Brookshires there at the corner of Gilmer and Hawkins. We've been at this location for about a year and a half. We were downtown for about 5 years prior to that.
And how did Hardisons come about, and how are y'all funded? Are you kind of like Legal Aid that you're a nonprofit?
Yes, ma'am. We are a nonprofit. We came about, our founder worked with her church in some low income housing in South Longview, and just realized a need for women to support their families and have a better paying job to be able to get off of services and be self-sufficient. So we are funded, first and foremost, about 2/3 of our funding comes from our gift shop, our retail shop here at Gilmer Road. The products that we sell are a lot of them made by volunteers here in our manufacturing studios. And then some of them are purchased at the Dallas market and we resell. And then the other third of our funding comes from community donations.
And you said your marketplace, are people able to shop online with y'all as well if they're not in our local Longview area?
Yes, absolutely. So our website is Hardisons, which is spelled HEARTISANS.org.
Okay. And tell me more about the job readiness program, because like we've said, it helps empower women, especially in this day and age, to be self-sufficient and self-supporting. So what are your requirements for that program?
Yes, so it's about a 10-week program. It is for women, and we will provide bus systems or bus passes for our locals that don't have transportation, but it meets Monday through Thursday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. To qualify, they do have to have a high school diploma or a GED, because we are trying to get them into either college or a career or both. There's an application on our website, or they're also more than welcome to come in person and fill one out. But while they're with us, we do all kinds of job readiness with them. So we do resume building, we do mock interviews, we teach them how to dress for success, which means, professional hair, makeup, clothing. We do soft skills or essential skills training on like teamwork, time management, customer service, employer expectations, those type of things. We also partner with LeadCo to offer the ACT Work Keys, which is a job readiness assessment test that we offer here. And then we do other classes. We are faith-based, so we have a Bible study every day. And then we do budgeting classes. We do healthy eating classes. We do Bible art journaling classes. Just really, our program is designed to help the woman holistically. So we want to look at physical, mental, emotional, all of that. We do offer counseling as well at no charge while they're in our program with a licensed counselor.
That's wonderful. Now, when
Yeah.
you said you offer the Bible study, and I'm assuming anyone of any denomination is welcome to make application, that doesn't keep
Yes.
someone out. Okay.
We
What
will
about-
take anyone. They just have to be willing to participate in the Bible study. Yeah.
And do you help with childcare while they're going through the program, or how does that work for them?
Most of the women that enter the program can qualify through the workforce for CCS, and so we'll definitely assist with that. And then typically, if they're in 30 hours of school or work, they can qualify for CCS, and a lot of times they'll count our program as school to be able to qualify for that. And another thing I should mention that we do help with is getting them any documents they may need to go to work. So if they are missing a birth certificate, social security card, driver's license, if they've got a bunch of outstanding tickets, we will work with our judicial system here locally to try to get some of that stuff converted to community service so that they can get their license back and have the things they need to go to work.
And for our other community partners that are probably viewing this presentation this afternoon, how would they refer someone to your program? Do we make a direct referral, or do we have the applicant themselves call you, or how does that work?
So on our website, along with the applicants, along with the application there's a referral form for community partners too that they can fill out. And they can email that directly to me, or again, it can be downloaded and printed and sent over with the application, whichever's easier.
And what kind of success rate do y'all have with job placements with the women that you help?
So we are very successful. A lot of our women do choose to go to Kilgore College and get further education. So they may be, working part-time and then attending college to finish their degree. But we've got women in all different types of industries. We've had them do phlebotomy. We have one that's working at Komatsu right now. We have one that works for Gregg County in the street department. She drives the big trucks. We've had CNA students, we've got nursing students, just really a huge breadth of different careers.
And I know you said you helped them with resumes and those kinds of things for job readiness. Do you help them get their financial information and financial aid packets filled out for college as well?
Yes, we do. We help with the financial aid packet. We help with the school application. We'll help get them, registered for classes, all of the above.
So just a one-stop shop, as they say.
We like to be.
And once someone completes your program, do y'all follow up with them? Do you have a mentorship program, or how does the aftercare, for lack of a better term?
Yes, ma'am.
What does that look like with your program?
So up until about December, it was just me doing all of the aftercare, and we have a little over 100 graduates at this point. So been doing my very best to keep in contact, and some of them will keep in contact with me as well. So it is kind of reciprocal. But in December, we hired one of our longtime board members to be a part-time employee, and her primary duties are the graduate program, the aftercare, and then assisting me with some of the things that I do that require me to be away for visiting judges, writing letters, that type of thing. So she'll fill in for me during that process. We have also been fundraising. Our long-term goal, and hopefully will happen relatively soon. We have some additional property behind our building on Gilmer Road, is to build cottages, primarily 2 bedrooms. There may be a couple 3-bedroom ones, but our long-term goal is to have a kind of a phase 2 for some of the women. Obviously, we won't be able to house all of them, so it'll be another application process for that, where they could live for a year to 2 while they go to school or go to work, in order to save money. And then we will be obviously more heavily involved than we would a typical graduate, but we want to offer more classes, in-depth credit repair, parenting, those type of things where we would have them for a longer duration and be able to help them get further on their feet.
Now, does it have to be just a single woman, or can a married woman apply for your services?
A married woman can apply for our phase one. Our housing, though, will just be single women. It could be a single woman or a single woman with kids. Typically, if it's going to be a single woman, we would put 2 single women in a 2-bedroom, so they would share, the common area. If it was a mom with kids, we would put them in their own cottage.
And how can members of the community who might not necessarily need to apply with you, how could they be of help to your organization? Are there things that y'all need, or ways people can volunteer to help?
Yes. So, of course, donations are always welcome in the form of financial. But yes, we do. I mean, shopping with us obviously helps us a ton. But we do love, and primarily our program is ran here by volunteers. A lot of the volunteers come in and they will work in the retail shop. We've only got 5 employees. So, but we have over 150 volunteers that come in our facility every month. And so they will run and take shifts in the retail shop. They'll also work in our studios. So we've got all different kinds of studios, and you don't have to be an expert, but we do sewing, we do quilting, we do vinyl personalization, we do manufacturing where we make soup mixes, dip mixes, homemade spa products. So we have just a variety of different studios they can work in. And then another great way to partner with us is if you're a business, we would be happy to have you use us to send out client gifts around Christmas time or whenever. Or we also can do screen printing t-shirts. We do embroidery too. So we can take your logo and customize it and put it right on any type of clothing item in either, like I said, screen printing or embroidery. So those are great ways that people can partner with us to help fund us.
And I know you mentioned Christmas shopping, and I know we probably have people watching like my mother and my sister who have already started their Christmas shopping.
Yes.
Would you give your website again so they could go on and look at your online shop?
Absolutely. It's www.heartisans.org, and Heartisans is spelled HEARTISANS. And I will tell you, we have a very, very unique gift shop. We have some super talented volunteers that make these products by hand. And I mean, they're amazing. The quality is amazing. But even the products that we purchase are unique. We purposely do not buy items that you would find at other gift shops in our community. We don't want to compete with other local businesses. So we try our best to have the most unique items that we can. And it's just something special. It's just a great place to come in and shop, and you just really can feel the love when you walk in the building.
Well, Miss Amy, is there anything else that you want everyone to know about the Job Readiness Program or about Heartisans that we have not already talked about this afternoon?
I mean, I would just say we are so thankful for our community here. We couldn't do what we do without the huge support that we have here in Longview and the surrounding East Texas area. It really does make a difference in the lives of these women. We see transformed lives every single day. So I would just definitely encourage you that if you have a way to get involved, to do that. Or if you know somebody, a woman that's in need that could use our program, that does have a high school diploma or a GED, but doesn't know what to do next and just needs a step up, that we would love to have them in the program, and just encourage you to have them apply. And I can give my contact information, or you can find it on the website. My cell phone number is on there, as well as my email. If you have any questions, I'm always available.
All right. One last question. Are y'all
Yes.
limited on the number of women that you can help in any given period of time? Or is it just however many you have apply?
I would love to say it's however many that we have applied, but each woman's story and need is so unique that it can be a process sometimes of untangling things that have happened in the past. And so typically the max we can have at a time is 6. And so we do rotate out every 8 weeks or so. And I do keep a waiting list. So.
Okay. If anyone has any questions, you are welcome to put them in the chat box. We do have someone that's monitoring that for us this afternoon. So we're going to give you a few minutes to see if we have any questions. And while we're waiting on that, again, if you want to contact Hardison's, their telephone number is 903-431-1188. Or if you need legal assistance, you can contact us here at Lone Star Legal Aid at 1-800-733-8394, or you can go to our website, which is www.lonestarlegal.org. And I don't see any questions in the chat. So Miss Amy, thank you for joining us this afternoon. And I hope you all have a great rest of your day.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're very welcome. Bye-bye.